Yo, what is up guys? I'm Spongy. Hope you guys like and subscribe to my channel and give this video a big thumbs up. So recently I watched a really weird movie. Like, it's goofy, it's cheesy, and it's just really I just feel like the movie is just a parody of a superhero movie. The movie is called Pizza Man. It's really cheesy. No pun intended, by the way. It is actually really cheesy. I think it's supposed to be a parody, but the parody takes itself way too seriously. Like, I can't tell if it's even a parody or not, because it's so seriously taken. I can't even tell. But the best part about this movie is there's Stanley. Yes, Stanley, the creator of Marvel. Yes, they got him to act back in 2011. Yes, this movie is made in 2011. But damn, this movie is so goofy. So here I am making a video about it. So let's jump in straight in this movie. Now, this movie starts off basically with scientists trying to create a tomato that can regenerate itself. So basically, once the tomato is squished, they want to make the tomato like come back again. Like, instead of being squished, the tomatoes can come back again. Like regeneration, you know? Yeah. So scientists keep on trying and they keep on failing at it. So they are like, you know what? We'll put our final test. And this doesn't work, then screw this crap. And then the movie cuts to our Pizza Man Pizzeria. Yeah, that's the shop, alright? So basically, the main hero of this movie is Matt, or full name Matthew. So Matt has been working in a pizzeria with his mom, and basically Matt this time is trying to take a pizza, but then it falls on the floor. So Matt's mom's like, "Oh no, no one drops pizza on the floor. You know what? I have something cool for you." So basically, Matt wears the Pizza Man costume. Okay, this part is really important. The Pizza Man costume, and then he has to like promote the shop. You know, like that one SpongeBob episode in like season 8, he has to go like, "Eat at the Krusty Krab." Yeah, something like that. But then all his other friends are like, "Yo, bro, look at it, it's Matt!" And then like everyone's like bullying Matt, and then except for his girlfriend. Yeah, this girlfriend is pretty important for later part of the movie story development. Why am I explaining like a movie critic? All right, whatever. So they're all bullying him, and his mom's like, "Hey, you gotta have the spirit of Pizza Man's Pizzeria," and his friends are like, okay, yeah. Anyways, that's how it goes, and Matt's like, "Oh my god." I also forget to mention that this movie is fully available on YouTube. So if you want to go watch it on YouTube, just search up Pizza Man 2011 movie. And yes, I'm not sponsored by it, but if you want to watch it, you go watch it, alright? Now let's get back into this movie's plot, because after this, it's really important. It's like the spoilers. So if you want to watch the movie, just search it up on YouTube, alright? So let's back into the video. So Matt goes on delivery. He's delivering pizza to everyone. Yeah, he's delivering to everyone. And then he has to deliver to Stan Lee. Yes, Stan Lee. Yes, in the Marvel office. Yes, you can see Spider-Man and everyone. And Matt is like, "Whoa, it's Stan Lee!" And he's really excited, just like how everyone was. But yeah, there you go. Later on, the movie cuts to the part where the scientists are still trying to create the tomato. And then suddenly, they see a tomato on the floor and like, "Bro, is this a joke?" And the other scientist is like, "No." And he tries squeezing it, it regenerates. Like, what the hell? But yeah, that's how things work. But yeah, that's the part. And then the movie cuts back to the part where Matt is at his so-called girlfriend or crush, should I say, party. His crush is having a party. So he has to deliver a pizza there, and then he's like, "Hey, I know you." And he said, "Yeah, we've been friends for a long time now, since we were little." And he's like, "Alright," and gives her the pizza, and then she gives him a little bit of discount, a little bit more even. And Matt is like, "Oh, take this as a friend's discount." And he said, "Who were friends?" And Matt's like, "Oh, I didn't know you're friends." And then his crush was like, "Oh, it's alright." I was like, "Alright, thanks." And Matt just leaves. Later on, suddenly the movie cuts to the part where Matt is in his college, and then he's learning. But at the same time, he's zoning out. He's just zoning out, and after that class finishes, yes, really fast plot though. But after that class finishes, and the lecturer's like, "Hey Matt, you're not concentrating. You know what? Come see me later at night and deliver some pizza too, because I have something to show you." And Matt's like, "Well, alright then." Later on, robbers in this movie. Yes, suddenly there's robbers. Yeah, that's how fast the plot moves. Suddenly, so many plots is combining together. Anyways, suddenly the plot jumps to where robbers decide, this tomato can get me a lot of money. Well, I better steal it. So robbers go and try to steal it from the laboratory. And at the same time, Matt is delivering pizza to the professor. And the robber's trying to get in, and the professor's like, oh, hell no. And suddenly, Matt comes on the front door saying, hey, Professor, this is your pizza. Can I come in? Say, no, no, no. Professor's like, no. And Matt's like, yeah. And Robert's like, yeah, hell yeah. And Matt, Robert, Professor are like, oh, hell no. This is going to end up crazy. So they end up fighting for the tomato. And then Matt's like, bro, what the hell you want with the tomato? And he's like, this tomato can regenerate. Matt's like, really? Yeah. And they run up to the roof suddenly. And then robbers are like, hey, this is your dead end. What are you going to do now? Matt's like, you want the tomato? Screw you. Matt eats the regenerating tomato and jumps off the building. Bro could have literally died. And then bro wakes up conscious. Yes. He wakes up and he's like, oh wait, I suddenly feel powerful. And robbers are like, you ate the tomato. And Matt's like, oh hell yeah, I'll take y'all down. And then the doom music kicks in. Yeah, no, okay, by the way, no doom music. I was just adding on that. But anyways, crazy music kicks on and Matt's like beating the living crap out of all the robbers. And then Matt just heads home. And then instead of heading home, he just heads to the party. And he's like, oh, I don't feel so good. And then his bullies or his friends were like, hey, you're not allowed in this party. And then they just kind of fight, they kind of argue, stuff like that, and then Matt passes out, if I'm not mistaken. I've watched the movie like last week, alright? That's why I'm talking like whatever I remember. And then the next day, it's all about the craze. Who beat up these robbers and why is that a huge fight? And then suddenly, these investigators come to this Pizza Man's pizzeria and start investigating. Hey, who did this? We are suspecting it's your son. And then Matt's mom's like, no, it's not my son. And Matt's like, oh shit, how did they know? And Matt's trying to hide. And then the mom's like, no, oh yeah, what do you want? And then like suddenly this guy's the villain of the movie. I forgot what's his name because it's not even worth it. But this guy's like, hey, step aside. And then literally beats up Matt's mom. And Matt's like, who dares? Wears a goddamn Pizza Man costume and beats the living crap out of all these investigators. And at the same time, the villain of the movie, he burns his face on the grill. That was pretty bad. Now, I'm not gonna really explain every single part of the movie like a commentary channel, but I'm just gonna explain the movie really quick because damn, the movie has so many subplots getting together, so many listens, but whatever. Now, skipping far ahead in the movie, the bad guy, aka the guy that got his face burned, I forgot his name, but that guy literally kills his own boss. Yes, the robber has a boss, and then this guy kills the boss. Be like, oh yeah, I killed him barehanded. What are you guys gonna do? Now you all work for me. And this guy's trying to get the tomato. This guy smokes cigars, by the way. But yeah, this guy smoked the tomato. And at the same time, they kill the professor who invented the tomato. Yeah, they kill the professor. And then everyone's like really sad, really, well, mourning over his death because of how sad it is. But anyways, the robbers are like, oh yeah, we'll kill you. And then they decide to kidnap Matt's girlfriend suddenly to ask her questions. Oh, so you're Matt's girlfriend. So, where is he? And the girlfriend's like, I don't know. And it's like, oh yeah, we'll kidnap you this time. Once Matt finds out about this, Matt rushes to the incorporations where these bad guys are. Like, hey, why did you do this? He's like, oh, let me ask you something. Do you want a cure for your thing? Matt's like, He decides for a second. Should I? Matt says yes. What the hell was that? Anyways, he was like, what the hell is... Okay, like, I still don't understand. Why did he accept the cure when he knows he's this powerful? Anyways, Matt accepts it and he's like, alright, sure. So, before they're about to take that super thing, the tomato thing that made Matt super powerful, cops arrive. Yeah, the cops arrive trying to beat up the bad guys. And Matt's like, hell yeah, I was just trolling you guys. I was trolling y'all. I actually didn't want the cure. After that, well, suddenly they still decide to keep the girlfriend. They fight for the tomato. But then, guess what? They figure out Matt's weakness. And that is cigar smoke. Yes, whatever smoke from cigarette, cigar is Matt's weakness. Pretty weird, but yeah. Since now they knew what Matt's weakness is, they decide to smoke on his face and Matt just faints. Yeah, Matt just faints. And then they decide to tie him up. Well, not really tie him up, but if I'm not mistaken, they literally bring him and be like, oh yeah, you can interrogate now. And he's like, you want to interrogate me? Haha! chew on this. He beats up all of them, and then unties his girlfriend, and suddenly Pizza Man loses his power. Matt loses his power. And it's like, oh my god, Matt loses his power. And bad guy tries to beat him up. They run to a factory. And it's like, oh yeah, do you want your girlfriend or the cure? Choose one. Matt saves his girlfriend and then accidentally pushes the bad guy into this freezing thing. And bad guy freezes up forever, dead. And then Matt decides to confess to his girlfriend. And then they lived happily ever after. The end. Now this movie is cheesy and goofy as hell. The song choices, whoever chose the song for this movie, like whatever song choices, is really a goofy looking person. Because damn, oh my god, it's really cringe even watching it alone. The movie score on IMDb got 3.9 out of 10, which is pretty bad saying that, but still, in my opinion, this is like those movies that is so bad that's actually pretty good. Like this movie, like some people don't enjoy, but it's targeted to a specific audience. They know the movie is stupid, but they just release it because they know it's stupid, and some people might actually like it. I think I'm in one of those categories. But yeah, this movie I enjoyed, but not really like my number 10, top 10 favorite movies. But this is like those type of movies I'm like scrolling through like TV channels and like, what movie is this? And I watch like few clips of it and I'm like, meh, next. Yeah, something like that. But the plot builds up overall, but it's pretty kind of a parody. I can't classify this as a parody or not, but whatever. It's just like that. But yeah, overall, if you ask me on a spongy meter, I'll give it a 5 out of 10. Probably a 5.5 out of 10. But this movie, I just give it like that because it's supposed to be a parody, I can't tell. But I'm just going to take it as a parody of a movie. But it's a parody of superhero movies. It's a pizza delivery movie. Takes the plot of this. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, that's it for this week's video. I really hope you enjoyed it on a review on this. If you want to go watch the movie, remember it's on YouTube. And yeah, the movie's just really cheesy. Just don't take it really seriously at all. Don't take it like really bad. Even though you guys are critics, even though any critics are watching this movie, please don't take the movie too seriously because the movie is literally just a parody of superhero movies, I guess. And yeah, that's it. So bye guys. Hope to see you in the next video. Whoop!